still get stoked for home openers? I mean, it's not your first rodeo here, but is there always a fresh kind of attitude coming in?
Yeah, definitely. It's always fun. You always know the atmosphere is going to be good, and for freshies and everything. So I think everybody's always looking forward to the home opener.
What are your impressions of play against him? You probably dangerous near 20 of his career.
Yeah, I mean, he's always a really tough guy to play against, but it's always a good challenge, a fun challenge. And like I've said before, it's what he's been able to do over the course of his career has obviously been pretty incredible. But just the consistency that he continues to play with is, like you said, year 20 in the league and still one of the top players, still a guy that you always have to be aware of when you're out on the ice, and very dangerous. So it's always a fun challenge.
When you get to the puck and you're sorry, go ahead.
What did you make what Dennis was able to do last game?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I thought he looked really good and confident and composed, and he's a big boy in there too, so that always helps, taking up a big portion of the net. But I thought he looked great, and glad we could get that first win there for him.
Also, when a guy like Sidney does have the puck on his stick and you're on the ice against him, what's the key to what comes next for you guys defending?
I mean, I think closing as quickly as you can, but he's so good at give and go and moving off the puck as well, and he's obviously very strong. And I think just trying to always keep him in front of you as much as possible, and limiting his time and space, and just having that overall awareness of where he is on the ice, as well as other guys, because you can obviously make plays from anywhere on the ice. So.
Mike Sullivan's obviously the coach for the Four Nations. How much have you guys talked about? I know it's down the road a bit, but how much conversation has been with the coach of Team USA so far?
Yeah, I mean, there's been discussions throughout the summer a little bit before training camp. Obviously that's something that everybody is really excited for, and like you said, it's a little bit down the road here, but it's nice to kind of get familiar with the coaches, personnel that you'll be working with here later on this season.
Small body of work, but in the first two games, what's your assessment of how you guys have picked up of what Chief wants to do north-south, getting more traffic in front of the net? Because even in your loss, you did create a lot of chances.
Yeah, I think it's there's obviously adjustments, but at the same time, I thought those two games were really good. I think we checked well. We didn't give up much, and we're creating chances, and those chances will start to fall, start to go in as we continue to kind of build more chemistry as the season goes along, get more acclimated to the way we want to play, and on a more consistent basis. I think we're happy with where we're at right now. I just want to continue to take those steps.
What about the guys that were fourth line? What can you say about them and how they produced in the first couple lines?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's you need all four lines to win in this league and later on in the season and stuff. So when those guys are getting going early, it's great. You want all four lines to be feeling good, to be producing in different times in the game, and sometimes it's. Sometimes, one line's going to be the one that's going to do it one night, and the other's, the other night. So, I thought they've been playing well for us, through preseason, through the first two games of the season, and it's been great to see.
How do you assess the group through two games?
I thought we've had two, really good games. I guess the first game, goalie played pretty well, and kept us from scoring on 47 shots. But other than that, I think we've been playing a good team game, and just want to build off of that here at home.
What about Dennis stepping in? Big boy in a big moment.
Yeah, proud Swede there. He did an unbelievable job, a couple huge saves. And first career win, it's always a special one, so very excited for him.
He said he was pretty emotional. Did you sense that he was a little bit nervous for that start?
Yeah, I just talked to him. I said, hey, just go out and have fun. You got no pressure, just go play. Maybe a little bit, but he didn't show too much.
What impresses you most, Willie, about Sidney Crosby, who's now playing in his 20th season and seems to be as good as he ever was?
Yeah, it's incredible. The way he takes care of himself off the ice, and the way he plays the game is just such a high level. He's been doing that for such a long time, and one of the guys that I looked up to when I was young. So, he's doing an unbelievable job.
Why do you think Oliver seems to have fit in, pretty seamlessly here?
I think he's, first of all, a smart player, great defenseman, unbelievable guy, and I guess a lot of Swedes too. Maybe makes the transition a little easier, but he's also got two other guys from Florida here that he played with, so they've been able to mesh quite easily with the boys.
Alex was saying he was feeling more comfortable with each year that he's passed in the NHL. Have you noticed that from him in terms of his game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's elevated his game every year, and this year, I mean, starting on the PK and killing off those big minutes against their top unit. So he's taking big steps, and I mean, growing as a player for sure. And I think part of it's being comfortable. I mean, coming here from Sweden, and I mean, he didn't really know how to speak English for the start. So I mean, just growing up and I mean, learning English and becoming more, you know, I don't know, meshed into the league and stuff. Yeah.
What needs to change on the power play?
Yeah, I just think we need to simplify, you know, get pucks to the net. We're kind of trying to look for the perfect play and make everything so clean. I mean, it's not always going to be clean, so got to start getting some dirty ones, and then the clean ones will open up after that.
What stood out to you about John Tavares through 2 games, and if he can't play, what kind of a loss is that for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's been super solid. I mean, he scored a super nice goal in New Jersey. Yeah, I mean, he was battling a little bit last game, feeling a little bit down, but hopefully today he'll be here tonight.
Just most you about how Craig has this team playing, and what would you say the buy-in level's been at through 2 games?
No, I think we've been playing good. Thought the guys worked really hard in these 2 games, so that's something that we want to build off and come out tonight and play the same way, and obviously clean up some areas that we feel like we have to be better at, and then keep doing some stuff that we felt like we were doing good. So, but I think Craig is keeping us really honest, and everybody knows what to go out and do out there. So I think when you have that feeling in the group, I think everybody knows and expect what everybody else to do. So it's been good.
And what's your comfort level with Jake so far?
I think we've been playing good. Obviously, got a chance to build that chemistry throughout the camp and play a few games. And yeah, I feel like we're getting better and better every day here, and that's kind of how we look at it. We want to take some steps every day.
Sidney Crosby gets the puck and you're on the ice against him. What's most crucial to trying to defend against him?
No, I think obviously an unbelievable player, been an unbelievable player for a long time in this league, so it's always a good challenge to play against a guy like that, but you got to have your legs going and your stick in the right spot. So, but at the same time, I think you have to help each other out and defend us as a unit out there, and that's how you have a better chance to defend him.
You played a bunch of different coaches through your career. What stands out about Craig? What makes him unique?
No, I think obviously the way he carries himself around the room and just chats every morning and walks around here with a good mentality. So I think, no, it's been good. It's been really good. Like I said before, I think everybody knows what to do out there and what he expects us to do. So it's been good.
Are you surprised at all just how quickly Steven Lorentz has kind of endeared himself to the fan base and making an impact already?
No, I mean, I saw it last year. I know how hard he works every single day. I've seen it all year last year, how positive he was, even if he was on the side, not playing. He was always a really good teammate, and so I'm very happy for him, but I also knew that he's a very good player.
Switch his character. I mean, he wins the cup. He's going to PTO, right? He doesn't seem to faze him. Like, what stands out with that?
No, I think it says a lot about him that he believes in himself. He believes that in the work that he puts in every summer and every single day. He's a very, very humble guy that puts in the work every single day, and yeah, he doesn't think too far ahead. He just gives his best every day, and then that's plenty. That's very good.
What do you think has been the issue on the power play so far?
I mean, I think sometimes you're trying to do a little bit too much, trying to slow down instead of speeding up and keeping it simple. I think that's kind of where we're at right now. So I don't want to give away too much, but obviously we have to get better at it. Special team is huge in this league, so I feel like just reading off each other a little bit better and keeping pucks going to the net and getting the puck back. I think that's the main thing.
Any chance Tavares can play tonight?
Yeah, there's a chance. Illness, so we'll see later on how he's doing.
What have you liked out of Pontus Holmberg's game?
I think just 200 feet, I see a lot of good, in all three zones with him. Very responsible. Plus, getting in on a forecheck and strong on pucks and creating opportunities that way for himself and his line mates. But he's done a good job in the penalty kill too.
Stood out to you about your big guys. You had depth scoring for the first two games. What do you find the big guys through two?
Opportunities were there. Not probably, shots. Hit some posts, missed the net a little bit. Not clean enough at times, but overall, I'm happy with the effort and they're working and they're doing the right things. The scoring will come.
What's the timeline for Joseph Woll?
That's a good question. He's getting better. It's still day-to-day right now, but I don't really have an answer for you.
Has he been on the ice at all?
No.
Stands out with Sidney Crosby. Then 20th season, 12th in scoring last year. How does he keep doing it?
Dedication for sure. I think, it starts in the summertime for him. His off-ice program and, his work in the summers and getting prepared. And then, he's one of the best players to play the game with his intelligence and his desire, more than anything. Skill, and he has skill, but it's the desire and the character and the dedication, I think, that keeps him driving.
You've been in the building for 2 home openers for your opponents. How do you feel going into your first home opener here?
Well, excited, for sure, like the team. I think we want to take, what we did in these last 2 games with how we played the game and our process in the game and bring it to the home ice too. There's no reason to change that.
Did you, just out of curiosity, did you get the puck from the first win the other night? Or?
No. I think the Beast would have got it. Well deserved.
Chief, if you get going back and forth on the track beat with 2 offensive teams, do you sit back and just let it go, or do you try to?
Well, no, we don't want that either. I think our team's done a good job with that so far. Playing Montreal and Jersey, they're quick teams, transition teams, fast teams that want to play on the move, and we want to play our game. We don't want to get into that back and forth type of game. We want to have a territorial game. I think it's going to be important against Pittsburgh tonight to have that territorial game and hang on to pucks and be strong on pucks and take away their transition game. They're very good down low in the offensive zone of creating offense too. So we got to get back and get into good coverage and make sure we're heavy around our net tonight.